What's up, guys? It's Lugo back with Flex Appeal episode uh 83. Today was week 14, day 5, our secondary bench day of the week, secondary push day. It was a pretty good workout. I came in, decently rested. And as I started warming up, I was like, I feel pretty strong. I feel good. Not the best, but enough to feel like I can move what I moved. And as I kept warming up, I was like, okay, I feel better and better. And I just felt like powerful off of my chest. I made sure when I did I had top singles today with 269.5. And again, I said I was gonna start taking like three singles uh as part of my warm up. So I did 242, then 253, then my top single. And I made sure to just pause them all, hold them for a second just to, show control. And it moved pretty well. They all felt very good. I didn't feel like I was missing anything. The week before, maybe I was going too fast on the pauses, but it definitely felt good. And then I had some Larson, just feet up bench with what was this 236.5, and I had a top set of 5 and back downs with 220 for a 3 by 5, and I'm just feeling my upper body's just feeling so strong. I'm feeling like I can really press anything that I want right now, and I'm on a very good track for this bench number that I want to hit at the end of the block, which is originally I thought was like lofty. Even thinking about it when I was adjusting my training block, I was like, man, I don't know if I can hit this, but I'm honestly very confident now that I can hit this. Even with the weight that I'm still gonna lose, I feel like it's not out of the cards, to be there at the end of this block. The same with my deadlift and the same with my squat. I just feel like I'm getting such good training in. My diet's on point. All the other variables that I need to have there are there, and it's such a good feeling, man. I missed it so much from strength, where it's just like you're doing everything you should, so you know that everything's moving how it should be, and there's a predicted outcome, and it's just so nice to be able to be on this track again and to just be able to train, man. Like I just feel so good about training right now, and it's been a long time since I've been able to just stack good session after good session and be confident in my progress. So I did some dumbbell bench, 95 for a 3 by 7. I think one of the mistakes that I was making was I was like true flat backing my dumbbell bench, which was kind of leading to pushing a little bit more with the shoulder. And so here I'm just trying to get like a better arch going, as well as like really balancing the dumbbells in my hand very well. And I genuinely felt like I had more of a chest connection here than I did before, because I was just flat backing uh my dumbbell bench for quite a while. I kind of fell into this stacking propaganda where we're just like anti arch, and honestly I don't know if I totally agree with it. I feel like for a long time it was always arch is something that is beneficial, and now people are going against it and saying that it's bad. um but honestly, I've arched in my bench, I've arched in my chest development, and it's always helped me to get more chest and keep my shoulder safe, so I think that it's something that I tried because I kind of fell for it. And I don't know if it's wrong, if it's right, but I just know that arching feels good when it comes to developing my chest. So I'm going to keep doing it. I added this one back in. This was kind of a banger hood classic when I was doing my training last time. We've since gotten seated stuff, but I'm kind of like overusing one of them, the seated laterals, and I was like, you know what, the Arsenal strength, it's a tried and true, classic. And I was like, I'm just gonna bring it back in, just be really strict on the way down, make sure I'm going up, not jerking the weight too much. And honestly, it was pretty good. I did like 80 pounds for 3 sets there, and it felt, really good. Very confident with how that moved, especially on the first session. I feel like I'm getting kind of a hang of JM press here with how I want it to be. I felt like for a while it was maybe getting a little bit more chest, maybe getting a little bit less tricep and just a little bit force. But here, man, this set right here was my favorite set I've done of JM press ever. It felt good. I was like really in control, pausing at the bottom. If I can make all my sets of JM press look like this, I think that I would have massive triceps. And it's something that a feeling that I'm gonna try to replicate when I'm doing JM again, because that was a great set feeling wise, and I think look wise as well to how I want my JM presses to look. But I added this one back in as well for rear delts because I felt like it's kind of hard for me to find a good rear delt exercise to stick with. I'm like constantly cycling them because some of them sometimes they feel good, sometimes they feel bad. They like hurt my rear delt. So this one is one that is just kind of tedious to set up. Obviously, you need two cables and a bench and then your cuffs. But I think if doing it right, it definitely is one of my favorite ones and one that doesn't really irritate my rear delts. So I'm definitely gonna make sure to keep this one in for as long as I can. A little bit of a boring episode today. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have much to discuss other than really training and nuances. But sometimes I think videos are just like this. It's not always gonna be glamorous. I tried to brainstorm stuff, but again, I kind of just want to keep it authentic, especially because it's training videos. There's not much that I can topics that I can script and go on about in stuff like this. So I apologize, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. If you did, consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow for squats and some squat singles. I'll see you guys then.